In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to create a splash page using the splash page generator. First thing we need to do is to log in, and we will find the splash page generator under Tools, Splash Page Generator, Create Splash Page. This is a four-step process. The first step is to fill in the form below. You need to add a background image, and I've already got one selected. Now, if you want to select a background image of your own, just click on this button or this link, and there are approximately 5,000 background images, which is quite a few. To give you an example, let's look at miscellaneous. And now I've drilled down, and here are all of the images and their links. If you want to see what the images look like, click on Gallery, and here they are. And there are quite a few. So let's pick one if you like. There are so many that it's hard to tell. I was looking for one that would be appropriate for what we want to do. We'll just pick one here. We want to have a look at it. It's miscellaneous 217. Okay. Or we could pick this one here, which is miscellaneous 001. And so we'll go back, and we will copy and paste this into here. And there you go. We need to add a title. We're going to be creating a opt-in truth ad, and we'll show you how that works. We need to then give it a target URL, and we'll just pick one here. But you would have a URL that this splash page would direct you to when they click on the opt-in. We're going to select either instant access or opt-in. Opt-in means that it will capture name and email address before it sends you to a particular page. Now we're going to be using splash page type of truth report page, and we then select header for this, or a logo for this, and there is already one here called a truth report, and we're going to pick the truth report footer. Okay, now we go to step 2. In step 2, this will send an email message when they have put in their name and an email address, a confirmation email. So you need to put a subject for that. And we'll just type some stuff in here. It just really doesn't matter. Just to give you an example. You notice the asterisks here and here means that these two fields are required. Now, what we have is an opt-in element. And we will select just this one here. Basically, it's going to put that whole piece of code into your page so that you don't have to we now go on to step 3. Now, in step 3, you can add elements to your page. An element is a group of code that represents a object or image on your page. For instance, we want to brand this particular splash page, so we can select profile image, and that will automatically load your profile image if you happen to have it in your account profile. And there's a tutorial on how to do that. And notice what it did, it created a symbol for where that is placed on the page. Notice that we have the header, the footer, we have the opt-in box at the bottom, and we can start adding elements now to this page, which makes it a lot easier later. So we're going to add a text element, just a plain text box so we can add text. Notice it's there. Now, we may want to add a video, so we're going to add a video. Notice that is their symbol for a video. And we may want to add a testimonial. That's a testimonial box right here. Now, these arrows that you see here, you can actually move these elements up and down by clicking on these arrows, or you can remove an element by clicking the X. That's very, very simple. Once you've got your elements placed on the page, we now go to step 4. In step 4, it basically brought everything in that we had put in before, and it's created a tracking ID because this is opt-in, and it will now show you what the page looks like in the HTML editor. So we're going to maximize this so we got room to work. And notice that all your elements are here, but they need some tweaking. So we're going to start tweaking stuff here. We're going to move that there, and I'm just putting, and I'm not going to type anything other than this, but you can put in all your text here and here to basically explain your proposition. The header is a certain size. You can actually make it so that it actually fits this particular page. And we have an iframe, which is what your video is going to be show. So we want to center that, and by right-clicking inside, we can look at the properties of this, and then you can put in a URL. Now, I happen to have a URL that I can use here, and we're just going to copy and paste it in here. It's a YouTube video on how to get started. We can change the video size. We're going to make that 600 by 400, and there you go. Now, what we have here is your testimonial. And you can put all kinds of stuff in here. You can add an image by looking at the image properties and putting in a image link in here. And remember, it's got to be a full URL. And then you can actually put you can actually change the width of your image as well, and you would put in some testimonial text in here. Here is your opt-in, and we want to be able to tweak it a bit. So we're going to center this, and we want to um, change the name of the value of the button. You do that by going to button properties, and the value, the text value, we're going to say I want access, and we can leave it like that. And you can leave this the way it is, or tweak it some more if you wish. Okay, so now we want to be able to set up our footer right there. Now we want to see what this looks like. So go up here and click on the preview icon, and this gives you an idea of what this looks like. And actually, we'll show it here. Here we go. Okay. Now this, again, you can do all kinds of stuff, tweak it some more. To give you an example, I notice that this is not far enough to the right. So you can go back in, click on it, and just move it over a little bit. Maybe that's a bit too much, so you go in and have a look at it again. And yeah, it's over too much. Sometimes it takes a finer hand. But at least you get the idea of what can be done. Still not set up properly. But there's the video. There's your testimonial. Here you can put in some text. And this is the email opt-in. And when they click this button, it will take them to a particular page that says that an email has been sent. And there you go. It captures this information for you, and you'll be able to go and use that information. So once you're satisfied with the page, we will now create the splash page. And what it does, it creates the page right here without a URL. In other words, what it's done is actually created the page and put it into your database. You need to publish this page so that it now sits on the internet. In order to do that, just click this button here and notice what happens. It now has published the page. It's sitting on the internet, and there is the URL for that page. So now you would take that URL, and that's what you would use to promote. Let's click on it and see what it looks like. And there it is. Okay. So we have created our own splash page. If you wanted to see the hits on this page, just refresh and it shows one hit. Okay. That concludes the tutorial on how to set up or how to create a splash page. Thank you.